way. Oh my gosh, wait, did we just get rated? Oh my god, wait, okay, I have to look at this. What is even happening? Cider! Wah! Oh my god. Oh my god, girl, you don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to do that. Why do? Welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I have some really exciting updates to go over in terms of VTuber tech. Come back on. Come back on. Do you wanna hang out this week as well? If you don't mind me yapping about stream advancements, stream tech, which is very exciting. So listen, I'm gonna show you guys first. Oh, you must sleep. That's so reasonable. Yes, please sleep. So guys, are you ready for this? Also, wait, why is there like a level 6 hype train? Wait a second, I missed a lot. Anastasia Uda, thank you so much for 3 gifted. Tassi, thank you so much for 6 months. Crazy Fruit, 38 months. 40 months. Oh my god, it's been 40 months. Guys, I'm so old. I'm so old. I'm literally the oldest. What? Wait. No. Oh my god. Shinsta! Shinsta, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Hi. So, oh my gosh. Please let me know if there's like weird stuff going on with my mic. I've been playing with a lot. I don't know if things are gonna work perfectly, but I'm really excited. So y'all will remember. Oh my god, wait, I have more people to thank. Cassie Frog, thank you so much. And Couch TUIP, thank you. And Dandy Man, thank you. And Mr. McFriggin Lurker, thank you so much. Toby, thank you. Christopher Lavely, thank you. Ty, thank you. Mr. Zero, thank you. Sparks, oh my gosh, I missed your raid. Sparks, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Oh my god, we got so raided before this stream even started. Soul Kaon, thank you so much. KV87 Rolf, thank you. Kidapps, thank you. Jetlantis, thank you. J Atlantis, I guess. Batty at Night, thank you so much for 5 gifted before the stream even began. And Cogs Right, thank you so much for 5 gifted. Thank you, everybody. Caffeine Dream, oh my gosh. Sean Bart, thank you so much for 10 gifted. Holy, Giga Chad, and Tanas, thank you so much for 20 gifted. How did I miss that? Thank you so much for 20 gifted. Tien, okay, is it Tinas? Is it Tanas? I don't know if I'm saying it right. Do I just like FNAF it and just like Tanas? Thank you so much. Banana chats and chat for Tanas and for Sean Bart. Arepa, thank you. Metatoni, thank you. And Kingsman, thank you. Oh my gosh. Joker, thank you so much. Gosh. You are all the best. Nebo Curry! Thank you so much! Thank you so much for 5 gifted! I think we're finally caught up, so I can show you guys the stuff that I've been so excited to show you, and then we can work together if you want in sort of a dev stream type fashion on things that might be exciting to add. So, the biggest upgrade in my streaming tech since last stream, you might notice, first of all, the eye tracking is so much better than it's ever been. This is really one of those very special my code works, I don't know, my code doesn't work, I don't know why, my code works, I don't know why moments. My eye tracking shouldn't be better. It should not be better than VBridger. But it is. Why is it better? And the only answer I can think of, well, I was talking to Wolf about this because I was like, why is my eye tracking better? I'm not doing anything different than what they're doing. I think that VBridger has a bug where it like double smooths eye tracking, where it's just like over smoothing that data, because the eye tracking data is in a separate data structure than the rest of the tracking data. And so I think somehow they're double smoothing. the data because I'm not doing anything different, but my eye tracking is crazy now. It's crazy. So some of you will know, a little while ago, I had to move, and my only laptop is, it's a MacBook Pro, because you see, you get them every time you work for a startup that falls apart beneath your, feet. Hi, Ava. So, she got them crazy. How dare you? So, you just kind of accumulate them, the more doomed, terrible SaaS startups you work at. So, I have a MacBook Pro. It wasn't my choice. I wouldn't have bought it, but that's what I have. I couldn't move my whole PC because moving. So I was using my MacBook. Now, VBridger, the software that VTubers usually use, Vitamins is also an option, but again, also doesn't run on Mac, to bridge, right? That's why VBridger, between the data from your iPhone and VTube Studio, doesn't run on Mac. So I had to make my own. And at first I was like, this is actually pretty simple, right? A simple piece of software, it shouldn't change too much. But it didn't occur to me that then I could customize all kinds of things. So I've been customizing all kinds of things. So one exciting thing about this is that I was able to put my heart tracking directly into this software. So now instead of having to open 2 pieces of software when I start streaming, in addition to VTube Studio and OBS, I only have to open 1. Now, the second exciting thing is that I've added audio input and output. In output in the form of MIDI, which is exciting because it means that I can control things about my audio output. So for example, I don't have this on right now because why would I? This is not an ASMR stream. But sometimes I like to do ASMR lullabies, and I know that a lot of people really like it. Can Ellie do an eye roll? Let's see. Kinda. Kinda. So, when I like to do, and when I do an ASMR stream, I like to be able to lean around the mic and be able to, you know, the whisper thing on both sides. It's nice. But there are several reasons why it doesn't work super well. Can I give you side eye? There are several reasons why it doesn't work super well when you have a model and you're tracking with a model. Also, I only hear in one ear, so it's kind of hard for me to give that experience and still be monitoring myself. And furthermore, those mics, they tend to pick up a lot of background noise, so there are a lot of reasons why I prefer a pretty directional, single condenser mic for ASMR. Now, I have that, but I still want to be able to fake that side-to-side thing, so I have now my face lean, like this. My face direction controls a MIDI value that I can use to control the panning on a binaural plugin that runs on my mic when I do ASMR. So that's pretty exciting, but also, you guys are not ready for this. I have added the ability to trigger expressions in VTube Studio directly from my software. So now, in addition to, and this is where I think we're gonna go crazy today. This is where I think today we have like a ton of opportunities to make this go crazy. Joker! Thank you so much for 5 gifted! Thank you! Thank you! So, an example of an expression is the animation that plays my banjo, right? So, this is an example, this is the animation, I'm playing it right now, I'm holding down the shift key to trigger it. Right, and when I let go, it turns off. But I've added to my software the ability to trigger any expression, including that animation, on any parameter, and I've added my microphone as input. Now, since I have a pickup directly on my banjo, I can make it so that when I play banjo, my fingers move automatically without me having to trigger anything. Yeah! Yeah, let's go. I'm so excited about it. But what this also means is that we can make expressions. We can build expressions out of equations for my different face values. And then we can have them trigger expressions. So right now, right, we have, let's see what we have in terms of expressions. What did I key them to? That's the real trick, isn't it? Is remembering what I keyed them all to. I think this? Well, that's not going to be keyed to anything. But yeah, for example, I can make it so that when I put my eyebrows middle up, when I make my eyebrows look sad, it would trigger the sad expression. Like that, see? That's maybe too sad. I don't know if I've ever been that sad on stream in my life. That's also not a thing that we're going to be controlling that way. Not that. Oh, but he can stay. No. No. What are the other ones? I forget what I keyed them to. I need to go and find the hotkeys specifically because I'm incapable of doing this like a proper adult. And let's see, we have... So dot eyes could be, for example, for like, if we do an expression like, it could automatically trigger that. I don't know if we want to, but that's an option, right? We can have nerd glasses shine triggered by different things, different expressions when I have the nerd glasses on, so that when I raise my eyebrows or something with the nerd glasses on, it would make them shine. We can make it so that when my heart rate gets too high, I automatically go into the sweat expression. I don't know what we want to do for... I don't think we want to do anything for cry, honestly. I don't know what should trigger this expression. I never know what to do with this expression. I feel like it's too powerful. I feel like it's exploitative. I feel like it's not reasonable for me to have this expression. Like, this will make you guys... This will make people do irresponsible things with money. I have to turn that off. That's too powerful. Where is... I know there's... Where's anger? I know there's anger in here somewhere. But yeah, so we have endless possibilities. I am so excited. I think that we can do a lot of really cool things now. Because I built this silly thing, and I didn't really think that yeah, well, wait. That's so smart. Here, I have to... Nope. Come on. Yeah, there we go. You want to use code bugs. Code bugs. The code is bugs. Code bugs. At gamersupps gamersupps.com. Code bugs. And then they have free samples. Hear me out. They have free samples. You don't have to do that. And the samples, yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. I feel sick and twisted and manipulative. Anyway, so, first time catching me live. Hi, nice to meet you. Code bugs might be a bit too confusing. No, it's perfect. What do you mean it's confusing? It's perfect. Yeah, okay, now I'll just do that from now on whenever I need to do anything Corpa. Maybe I could make it so that whenever you guys say Corpa enough in chat, then I automatically get the puppy eyes. These. No, these. That's Corpa mode. I'll try and build that. Maybe I'll build that later. I'll build an integration to watch Twitch, and then I feel like it's getting to be kind of sprawly. I don't want to have too many features that don't make sense together. It should broadly stay in the realm of tracking. But also, what if I never release it to anyone and it just becomes my tangly spaghetti mess, and then I can do anything I want with it? Code bugs. Code bugs. The code is bugs. Code bugs. So yeah, yeah. I thought that I was gonna be on with my friends, but then everybody was busy tonight, so it's just me tonight. Just me here. Oh, is my chat still broken? Wolf did fix it. Let me see why it's still broken. I'm copying the link. I'm pasting it into the place where you paste the link. Yeah, that's the link it was already using. I don't know why. I think the new one is broken too. I just refreshed cache of current page. Yeah, that's the one it's using. Well, anyway, thank you, Wolf, for fixing my chat. I'm sorry it broke again. God only knows. But yeah, what do we want to do? Also, what happens if I... Okay, cool. Nothing happens if I trigger the playing animation while I'm not holding the banjo. But yeah, so I think that that's really fun. I'm excited about that. Yeah, oh, right. So I thought I was going to be streaming with my friends today, but then they couldn't make it. Which, you know, that's fine, honestly. I'm kind of getting used to having the Tuesdays with you guys. I missed you guys. I didn't get to do solo streams in so long. So I'm really actually kind of excited about it. Peeps be busy? Peeps be so busy. We missed you too. I'm getting parasocial. God, hold me back. I'm getting parasocial. Oh my god. I'm like so dehydrated because I'm afraid to assert myself in the workplace. Guys, someone brought in a dog to their workplace and the dog pooped at work and I can't poop at work. I'm not to the level of a dog, guys. I'm not to the level of a dog. There was a lunch and learn today, and the pizza was on the other side of the table, and I couldn't ask someone to give me a slice of pizza, and I couldn't reach across the table, so I had only a learn. Not a lunch and learn at all, merely a learn. So I am super thirsty, because I forgot my water bottle, and I felt, too conspicuous going up and refilling the solo cup that I stole from the table. I don't know what was in that before. I washed it, but still, it's a plastic cup and I just found it and I drank from it all day. But I felt weird refilling it more than twice, so I just was thirsty all day. You think people should leave them out of the workplace? Dogs? You're so wrong. You're so wrong about that. I love this dog. She's like a beautiful mistake of nature. She looks like a puppy. She looks like a 7-month-old puppy, but she's 8 years old. She's like me for real. Like, oh my god. Remember that time on Twitter when a picture of me and a guy was like, that's a child! And it was literally a picture of me, like an adult woman with a career. That was awesome. Me and the dog were the same guy. The only difference between us is that she can poop at work. That child didn't survive. Yeah, I love having a dog at work. I'm so happy about it. You love watching your favorite stream at 3:36 a.m. I'm so sorry. I promise I will be working on having more EU-friendly streams soon. Okay, so going forward, this is the schedule that I want to be keeping. I don't know if I'll be able to do it perfectly. So I have a collab this Thursday, so it won't be happening this Thursday. But in the future, oh, also, I don't know if I announced this. I have a collab this Thursday. It should be pretty exciting stuff. I am excited about it. It's gonna be with Cha-Cha and Fifi and who else is in it? I'm gonna start just naming VTubers, and we're just gonna hope that I get it right. You got 4 Minibot songs on your way home today! No way! Darkfire. Welcome! It's 10:37 a.m. for you. Well, wait, what holiday is it? What holiday is it today? Yeah, I'm just manifesting people. Cha-Cha, Fifi. I want to say Cotton, but maybe I'm making that up. Anyway, it's gonna be pretty fun. We don't know what we're playing. It's National Foundation Day in Japan. I didn't even know that was a national day. Ah, Pseudo as well. Cool. The more you know. So yeah, I have no idea who's gonna be there. Tune in to find out. It'll be at 8 p.m. EST on Thursday. But going forward, I feel like we're not gonna have that. And on Thursday nights, I'm gonna go back to doing ASMR lullabies when I can. And I think that that'll be really excellent. So I'm excited for that. And then I do want to get back to doing weekend streams, but not this weekend, because this idiot is going to be spending her Valentine's Day and my whole entire weekend at my friend's stupid wedding. My stupid friend is getting stupid married, and I have to wear a stupid dress, probably play some stupid music. Anyway, I'm thrilled for her, obviously. Who are you? Who are you? Anonymous gifter, whoever you are, please don't be my dad. Please don't be my former boss. Thank you so much for 10 gifted. Thank you so much. Banana Chad, whoever you are, unless you're my dad, in which case, Dad, stop! So, yeah, I ordered a bunch of dresses because it's black tie, so I have to get like a black dress that goes to the whole floor. Ugh. So, Dad, get out of my chat room! Yeah, so I have to find, so I went on Temu. I didn't go on Temu. I went on Lulu's, which is maybe worse. It's like where sorority girls get their white dresses for those pictures where they all look like the same woman. You know what I mean? You know, in sorority girls, when there's like a picture of them like on a lawn somewhere, and they're all wearing like little white dresses and they look like the same woman, that's the website where they all get those white dresses. So that's where I went. To buy a black dress that was floor length that would get here in time. I ordered 3 of them so that one will probably work. I have no idea. I don't know. Your daughter is neurospicy and loves bugs. God bless her. It's not easy out there. Just wanted to thank me. You don't have to do that. Thank her. Thank her. You know, whenever there's one more of us, it gets easier for all of us, I think. So, you're flat as a board too? You still love wearing a long black dress? I didn't even bring up being flat. Bro, this is the state of things. This is the state of things. I'm like, oh, I have to find a dress that fits me. And Chad is like, oh, poor thing, so flat. How will you ever find? I didn't. Ain't no way. It's rough out here. It's so rough out here. Yeah, they really just murder homicided me. They took themselves out too, but good God. Hi, welcome! So, yeah, so I have a wedding this weekend, so I won't be able to stream this weekend, but going forward, I want to be doing that more. This weekend, I'll be at the stupid wedding. I'll probably be posting on Twitter about how much I hate, being at the wedding and the rehearsal dinner because I'm parasocial, and also, how do I explain this? Stream the stupid wedding? I don't think I'm allowed to do that. There is a way that I feel so impervious when I'm in a room and I'm like, oh, I don't know who to talk to. I feel so weird and awkward here. And then I'm like on my phone and I'm on the internet and I'm like, this is dumb. I feel like they don't know. They don't know. I feel like powerful in a way. It's like I'm wearing armor. I can't even explain. There's gonna be food. Yeah, there's gonna be food, but there's food everywhere, man. I don't know. I feel like there's food all over the place if you know where to look. Like I don't know. They put out that pizza after the lunch and learn. After I had my lunch. They put out the scraps of the pizza that were left over, and I descended upon it like a rat. I'm pretty well fed. I feel like if you know where to look, there's always food around. Wait. Will you? I missed something because someone was like, I write sins, not tragedies cover. That would be a crazy thing to play at a wedding. That would be probably the worst thing to play at a wedding. No, not the worst thing. Personally, if I were to get married, I would rather someone play I write sins, not tragedies. Yeah, I know. I would rather that than that stupid song that's like, I wish I could do better by. I hate that song. I hate that song so much. Oh, or the one that's, yeah, they don't know. I'm a niche internet micro celebrity. The one that's like, let's get rich and buy our parents' homes in the south of France. Yeah, I'd rather someone just be like, the poor groom's bride is a niche internet micro celebrity. Wuthering Heights? That's a crazy one. That's a crazy poll. Wait. Wuthering, wuthering, wuthering Hightooth. Wait, Cliff, don't you know that it's me, your Kathy? I've come home and I'm so cold. Let me in your window. Heathcliff, don't you know that it's me, your Kathy? I've come home and I'm so cold. Let me in your window. This is so messed up. My voice is so shot right now. But hey, man. Singing isn't for everyone. Wow. Wow. At a wedding, mix it up? What was the name of the song I sang to Baji? A Promise. But it's not out yet or anything. We can tell? Oh my god. Who is this person? May, can you do something about this? But yeah, so I'm, yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound great, but, you know, I'm a better singer than they are, like, statistically. And I'm not a very good singer, it's just, you know, I feel like people who sing, they know the seasons a voice goes through. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you sing, then you know, like, oh yeah, sometimes you get home from walking in the cold and your voice is just like really scruffy, you know? I'm not an amazing singer. I'll be very clear about this. Like, no. I know that this is the thing that everyone does where they're like, my Oshi, you have a beautiful voice. My voice is fine. My voice is absolutely fine. It does most of what I want it to do. Sixpence None the Richer, but it's ska? Wait. I have no idea how to make that. I have no idea how to do ska on a banjo, dude, but I can do, kiss me out by the broken tree house, lead me da 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 da. You wear those shoes and I will wear that dress. Oh, kiss me out by the milky twilight, lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hands, strike up the band that makes the fireflies dance to the silver moon sparkling. Kiss me. Kiss me out by the... okay, I'm gonna look up... okay, I'm looking up words. We've gotten to the point, I'm looking up words. But yeah, no, the point is, my voice is pretty mid. I know that, and I have never doubted it, but it's also fine. And so if someone comes in when your voice sounds scratchy, and they're like, ew, you can't sing, they don't know how to sing. They don't know how to use a voice. And you can tell that because they don't have the experience of using a voice to know how voices sound when they're tired versus when they are bad. Traveling Soldier! Oh my god, wait. This song is so sad. We're gonna do Kiss Me first. We have to do the stupid thing we have to do. Why isn't it working? Okay. I think this should work now. Okay, we got it. Kiss me beneath the milky twilight, lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand, strike up the band that makes the fireflies dance to the silver moon sparkling. by the broken treehouse. Swing me out on its hanging tide. Bring your flowered hat. We'll take the trail marked on your father's map. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me. I'm gonna take my headphones just off. I don't think I need to hear anything right now. And then I'll be able to hear myself better. Because usually I monitor myself at a volume that'll let me actually, like... But right now I'm not, so I feel like I'm sort of shrieking over. Yeah, okay. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand. Strike up the band that makes the fireflies dance to the silver moon sparkling. Kiss me. And then what is it? How does it? What is it? It's like... There we go. Yeah, okay. Kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand. Strike up the band that makes the fireflies dance to the silver moon sparkling. Kiss me. Close enough, man. I don't know Traveling Soldier that well, but we're gonna try, man. We're gonna try. I have no idea. 2 days past 18, waiting for the bus in his army greens. Sat down in a booth in a cafe there. Gave his order to a girl with... How does that part go? Gives order to a girl with a bow in her hair. He's a little shy, so she gave him a smile. He said, would you mind sitting down for a while? I'm talking to me, I'm feeling a little low. She said, I'm off in an hour and I know where we can go. That's so bad. So he went down and they sat on the pier. He said, but you got a boyfriend, but I don't care. I got no one to send a letter to. Do you mind if I sent one back here to you? Yeah. Oh, I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy. Too young for him, they told her. Waiting for the love of a traveling soldier. Our love will never end. Waiting for... What is that? Waiting for the soldier to come back again. Never more to be alone. When the letter says, my soldier's coming home. So the letters came from an army camp, California, then Vietnam. He told her half of his, and he told her half of his heart, and it, what? Of his heart, and it might be love. And all of the things he was so scared of. He said it's getting kinda rough over here. I think that day sitting down at the pier, and I close my eyes and see your pretty smile. Don't worry, I won't be able to write for a while. Oh, I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy. Too young for him, they told her. Waiting for the love of a traveling soldier. Our love will never end. Waiting for the soldier to come back again. Never more to be alone. When the letter said, the soldier's coming home. One Friday night at a football game, Lord's Prayer said and the anthem sang. The man said, folks, would you bow your head for a list of local Vietnam dead? Crying all alone under the stands was a piccolo player in the marching band. One named Red, nobody really cared, but a pretty girl with a bow in her hair. Oh, I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy. Too young for him, they told her. Wait, you're gonna link the maker in your Discord? The maker of what? The maker in your Discord? It's not showing in chat? What? The maker of what? Wait, it's very important to credit artists. Maker of what? The maker. What does this mean? Reyes, I cannot believe it's been 40 months. That's horrifying. Oh, yeah. I'm hoping to commission someone and do the same thing so that we can have Codebug Sonas in chat, but not yet. When I get a chance though. Yeah. Frailing or Scrug style? Scrug style. I can do a little bit of frailing. But I'm not nearly as good at it, and I'm not nearly as comfortable with it. Yeah, sorry. Oh, I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy. Too young for him, they told her. Waiting for the love of a traveling soldier. Our love will never end. Waiting for the soldier to come back again. Never more to be alone. When the letter says, my soldier's coming home. Oh, I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy. Too young for him, they told her. Waiting for the love of a traveling soldier. Our love will never end. Waiting for the soldier to come back again. Never more to be alone. When the letter says, my soldier's coming home. Yeah, I cry every time I play that song, which is, I don't know, I've played that song, what, twice ever? But yeah, no, I cry. Oh my god, it's so painful. So painful! Why would they even write that? Who would write such a thing? Who would be like, you know what this world doesn't have enough of in it? Suffering. Oh, but beautiful, heartbreaking. Ugh. Theirs was a love that could not be. Theirs was a love that could not be. Because war is bad. Yo, wait. You know what song? I don't even know if I can play. This is the thing about liking folk music, is that you're like, I don't know, man, it's all political, right? And you're just like, am I gonna get in trouble? Like, am I gonna get in trouble with the VTuber police if I play folk music? Because, you know, if you like old folk music, you know, if you're like, oh, you fascists bound to lose, right? Oh, you fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose, you fascists bound to lose, right? It's quite, yeah, yeah. Anyway, do I know, Youth by Daughter? Yeah, let's see. Old politics are fine, probably. Well, that's the thing about old politics, is that they're also new politics. Hey, okay. Shadows settle on the place that you left. Our minds are troubled by the emptiness. Destroy the middle, it's a waste of time. From the perfect start to the finish line. And if you're still breathing, you're the lucky ones. 'Cause most of us are heaving through corrupted lungs, setting fire to our insides for fun, collecting names of the lovers that went wrong, the lovers that went wrong. We are the reckless, we're the wild youth, chasing visions of our futures. One day Oh man, I need to figure out how this goes. One day we'll reveal the truth. I'm just making up the melody. One of us will die before he gets there. And if you're still bleeding, you're the lucky ones. Cause most of us are, cause most of our feelings, they are dead and they are gone. Setting fire to our insides for fun. Collecting pictures from the flood that wrecked our home. It was a flood that wrecked our home. You caused it. You caused it. You caused it. Okay, wait. I've lost it all. I'm just a silhouette. A lifeless face that you will soon forget. My eyes are damp from the words that you left ringing in my head. When you broke my chest, ringing in my head. When you broke my chest. And if you're in love, you're the lucky one. 'Cause most of us are bitter over someone. To distract our hearts from ever setting fire to our insides for fun. To distract our hearts from ever missing them. But I'm forever missing him. You caused it. You caused it. You caused it. Yeah, okay, close enough. I need to stop playing songs for the first time on stream. That's most of what I do here. People are like, ooh, can you play this song? Oh, which side are you on? Let me see. Let me see if I can do that. Again, I shouldn't. But also, which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? Let's go. Come, all of you good workers, good news to you I'll tell. Of how the good old Union has come in here to dwell. Which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? My daddy was a miner, and I'm a miner's son. And I'll stick with the Union till every battle's won. Which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? They say in Harlan County there are no neutrals there. You'll either be a Union man or thug for J.H. Blair. Which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? Yeah, it'll never not be funny to see a robot anime girl singing country and folk. Fair. Oh, workers, can you stand it? Oh, tell me how you can. Will you be a lousy scab or will you be a man? Which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? Don't scab for the bosses. Don't listen to their lies. Us poor folks haven't got a chance unless we organize. Which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? Which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? Anyway, good lord. Yeah. This is actually not political. This is not political. This is just, this is not political. And, if you find it political, that's actually, why do you have to bring politics into everything, actually? Oh my god, why do you have to bring politics into everything? This isn't political. This is just Anyway, yeah. I'm a Say So Idol type streamer who would never. Anyway. Never not once. Never not once. It's good business practice. See, you can see that I'm excellent. I have excellent corpus sense. Leonardo decorum. See, it's working. It's working. this policy of being a pure idol. Thank you so much for 5 gifted! Thank you so much! I can't believe Rage Against the Machine turned political. Yeah, they should go back to songs like Killing in the Name. Join Workers Union! Join Workers Union! I can't. There are no tech unions. There are no tech unions because little tech baby boys like me, like everyone, were like, oh, they treat us good and they'll treat us good forever. And you know, I had the kinds of friends who were like, we need to unionize now while we still have any power at all. Because by the time we want to unionize, by the time it's important for us to, they'll already have a way to. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Arepa, thank you so much for 5 gifted! Thank you! Thank you so much! Whoa, Cassie Frog, thank you so much for 2! Balding in the name! Balding in the name. Yeah, so anyway. There used to not be any mining unions until. I don't know what that until is. Until miners unionized is the answer to that. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, until the Fire Nation attacked. One sec. Okay, there we go. I've de-sniffled myself. I'm so sorry. Yeah, they treat us so good, coughs in 72-hour work week. I mean, I just got off a 12-hour shift, right? However I'm singing like I just got off a 12-hour shift and then came here, wrote more code so that I could trigger that to happen whenever I strum my banjo. And then, you know, now I get to do this. Yeah, so anyway. Oh my gosh, Ella, wait, girl. I don't know if you have enough time I don't know if you'd want to, but if you'd ever want to, would you want to, like, guinea pig try my software? I could show you how to set it up. It works basically the same as vBridger, except that, you can set triggers, so, like, you can set a threshold for any expression that you make, the way that you would make in vBridger, to trigger expressions, and also it can use your mic input, and it can also, So the reason why I ask you specifically is that, Dore rigs her models with very specific expressions and everything, and I made my software to work well with that, and well, it's completely flexible, right? The config is just like, you load it, you can change it, you can make it anything you want. The default config would work best with someone else who has a Dore model, and so since you're my model sister, if you would want to, I don't know if it would be any better than vBridger for your use case, but it is a little more flexible and you can do some cool things with it. Here, we're gonna do 9 to 5, but we're gonna do 9 to 9 instead, because that's my life right now. I mean, it's not. I work like 7 to 7. Okay, I work 7 to 7 on Tuesdays, so I can be home in time to stream at 8, but I work usually closer to 8 to 8. Okay. Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Jump in the shower and the blood starts pumping. Out on the streets, I don't know how this song goes well enough. Out on the streets and the traffic starts jumping with folks like me on the job from 9 to 9. Working 9 to 9. What a way to make a living, barely getting by. It's all taken and no giving. They just use your mind and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you. Oh my gosh! No way! Server! I was watching your stream today at work! And then I was like, I laughed. And then people looked over and I had to pretend that I wasn't watching listening mostly to a VTuber. I need a new job because I miss you. I miss you and you're all on UK time and it's so hard. It's so hard to find time, but I miss you so much. I miss you so much. What's like, what's a Cerber song? Mogu Mogu, but I don't know it well enough. I can't even pretend. What's like a server classic? Who let the dogs out? I don't know how it goes. Peta Apata. I feel like that's more of a mini song. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that's very mini core. I feel like she does Apata all the time. Bad Moon Rising, that's definitely not a server song. You're lying to me. You're lying to me. I don't think she's ever done Bad Moon Rising. She sang crazy. Did she actually sing Stupid Heart? I wanna find that. I wanna find a recording. Trampoline. Werewolves of London? There's no way she did Werewolves of London. I don't believe you. Listen, I like your weird old man music. I also like weird old man music. But Server is a little dog woman, and I don't think she listens to old man music like us, okay? So she sang Big Iron! Let's do Big Iron. To the town of Aquafria rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around and didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip, for the stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip. A big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip, and he's here to do some business with the big iron on his hip. The big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more. 1 in 19 more. I gotta scroll. It simply would not be an Ellie stream without that. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was an Arizona Ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead, and he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red. After Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry, men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip. The big iron on his hip. Morning passed so quickly, it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked into the street. Folks were watching from their windows, everybody held their breath, for they knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death. About to meet his death. There we go. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red had not cleared leather, for a bullet fairly ripped, and the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip. The big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment, and the folks had gathered round. There before them laid the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have gone on living, but he made one fatal slip, when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. The big iron on his hip. Big iron, big iron. When he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. The big iron on his hip. There we go! There we go! Oh my gosh, we did it. So, as you can see, that was our big, exciting dev stream thing for today. Is I made my own new bridging software, which I guess actually, Cerber, you wouldn't need this at all because you're 3D, although I could make it output OSC. And then if you wanted to use, you could set thresholds and have your expressions trigger automatically. Based on equations you would write based on your tracking. But you're so good at using them anyway, you don't need that. You don't even need that. But anyway, could be interesting. Could be interesting. But yeah, so I basically remade vBridger so that it would run on Mac. I know it's not my fault. I have a MacBook because that's what happens when you work for a startup and they go under. Every SaaS startup that you work for, you get a new free MacBook Pro. Jean Bart, thank you so much for 10 gifted! So, oh my gosh, Sean Bart, what? You already gave 10 earlier, why? Thank you so much. What a banana Chad. So, what I have is a MacBook. I know it's silly, I'm VTubing on a MacBook, but it was a temporary solution because I couldn't move my PC and I'm not gonna be able to move my PC here for a bit. And I was moving and I still wanted to be able to stream. So, here I am streaming on my MacBook. However, my bridging software that takes my phone, I guess like ARKit tracking, and connects it to VTube Studio, it doesn't run on Mac. So I had to remake it, and at first I just kind of faithfully remade the software, but then I started adding new things to it. Kaz, thank you so much for 5 gifted! Thank you! Thank you! Your company is saying they're going back to a startup mentality? Does that mean you get a MacBook? No, it just means that they want you to work more hours for the same amount of money, probably. I'm very sorry, though. Which side are you on, boys? Boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why that one dog at my workplace today pooped on company time. That's true. There was a dog at my work today. Very exciting. I love to pet a dog. And you know, that was, you know, she's more devoted to the cause than I am. That dog was a true union man! Oh my gosh, Cerber came to my work? No, that wasn't Cerber. Cerber would never on the floor. Programmer dog, yeah! Oh my gosh. So, right. So the big thing that I can do now is, I added the ability to use Mike as input in any of the equations for how my ARKit tracking affects my VTube Studio tracking, which means that now, I can trigger my banjo when I actually play banjo, which is really fun. And oh, Sir was at my work today. That's true, because she was on my phone. And I was listening. And also, I can output, in addition to VTube Studio, I can also output to MIDI to control things about my mic and everything, which is, I think, pretty cool. Thank You by Dido! I can do Thank You by Dido. I love that song. I love that song so much. Oh my gosh. And that is in addition to the fact that now my heart rate tracking runs as well through this, and my blush tracking. So I used to have, like, separately, I would have to run my blush tracking and my heart rate tracking, and, you know, yo! Big egg, thank you so much! Thank you so much! Now I only have to run one piece of software when, well, you know, in addition to VTube Studio and my tracking software on my phone and OBS, but that still cuts down significantly on the amount of work that I have to do before stream. I think it's good. I'm really happy. Tea's gone cold. That's gonna be really low for me. I think we're gonna move it up a little bit. Tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why I got out of bed at all. Morning rain clouds on my window. I can't see it all. Even if I could, it would all be great. But your picture on my wall, it reminds me that it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Drank too much last night, got bills to pay. My head just feels in pain. Missed the bus and there'll be hell today. I'm late for work again. Even if I'm there, they'll all imply that I might not last the day. Then you call me, and it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Just wanna thank you for giving me the best day of my life. Oh, just to be with you, having me the best. What is that? I have to actually scroll to find out because I don't know. Yeah, best day of my life. Push the door, I'm home at last. And I'm soaking through and through. Then you handed me a towel, and all I see is you. Even if my house falls down now, I wouldn't have a clue, because you're near me. I just wanna thank you for giving me the best day of my life. Oh, just to be with you, having me the best day of my life. I just wanna thank you for giving me the best day of my life. Just to be with you, be the best day of my life. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, this is thank you, Dylan Pop-Tart. You're very sweet to me. So yeah, I love that song. I used to play it a lot on my Lullaby streams, and I would say, and I would mean it, that that's how I feel about you guys. In the least parasocial way possible. Can I do White Flag? Yeah, I can do White Flag. Oh my god, I can do White Flag forever. But yeah, no, it feels to me like I work all day, and I like my work, but it's kind of intense, and I have to be kind of like the toughest version of myself, right? No. Medmo! Medmo doing the thing! Continuing to do the Medmo thing! Medmo! Thank you so much for 50 gifted! Oh my god! Thank you very much! Holy... Aw, thank you so much, Medmo. I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much. Good lord. Oh my gosh. Thank you very, very much. It always means the world. I never know what to say. Oh, right. But yeah, then I get home and I get to hang out and be a softer, maybe realer, which is funny for a VTuber to say, I guess, version of myself with all of you. And it feels every time like the best day. And thanks for that. Anyway, okay. I know you think that I shouldn't still love you or tell you that. This is gonna be a little low for me, but we're gonna do our best anyway. But if I didn't say it, well, I'd still have felt it. Now where's the sense in that? I promise what is that? I'm not trying to make your life harder or return to where we were. Yeah, okay. Promise I'm not trying to make your life harder or return to where we were. I will go down with this ship. I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white cloud above my flag. What's wrong with me? White cloud? What's wrong with me? This is the problem with singing and playing a song that you've never sung or played at the same time for the first time in front of a bunch of people. There will be no white cloud above my head. What does that mean? Okay, we're starting the chorus over. But I will go down with this ship. I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love, and I always will be. I know I left too much mess and destruction to come back again. I caused nothing but trouble. I understand if you can't talk to me again. And if you live by, is that right? And if you live by the rules of it's over, then I'm sure that makes sense. Yeah! But I will go down with this ship, and I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love, and I always will be. And when we meet, I'm sure we will. All that was then will be there still. And I'll let it pass and hold my tongue, and you will think I've moved on. But I will go down with this ship. I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love, and I always will be. I will go down with this ship, and I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love, and I always will be. Yeah, okay, we did it, man. I didn't think that we'd be able to do that. There were some notes we could not hit at the bottom there, but overall, I feel like we kind of figured that out. That one piece of that verse is so hard. And if you live by the rules of it's over, that's so hard. Do I know any Beatles songs? Yeah, we could do some Beatles songs. What's like oh, Dust in the Wind? Yeah, let's go. I know that's not Beatles, but it was just requested after that, and I didn't know what Beatles song to choose, so I just decided to do this first. I close my eyes, only for a moment, then the moment's gone. All my dreams pass before my eyes, a curiosity. What is that? Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Okay, I'm gonna start over because I figured it out now. Okay. I close my eyes, only for a moment, then the moment's gone. All my dreams pass before my eyes, a curiosity. Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Same old song, just a drop of water in an endless sea. All we do crumbles to the ground and we refuse to see. Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Don't hang on. Nothing lasts forever in the earth and sky, but the earth and sky slips away. All your money won't buy another minute, boy. Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Dust in the wind. Everything is dust in the wind. I'm so sorry, all I do is mess up. End of beginning? Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, yes. Dude, I have like an actual playlist on Spotify of songs that say that you'll be okay explicitly. In those words or other words, but it has to say that you'll be okay, and this song is on there, obviously, just trust me, you'll be fine. And that's the sign of a well-adjusted person. That's the sign of a person who's doing great. Let's go. I want to be clear that I am genuinely doing fine. I'm just a little bit, yes! The Zay Frank song, of course, of course. Yeah, Same Moon is kind of made to be that a little bit. Let me get this into a key that makes a little, okay. Just one more tear to cry, one teardrop from my eye. You better save it for... I'm gonna change this key, because this key is bad, actually, for me. My voice is, I have a very small range. It's unfortunate. I have worked on expanding it. This is something that's quite funny. Bugs helped you. I am so glad. That's all I ever wanted. Hi, Jerbski. But yeah, no, people give me advice about like, oh, you should work on this with your voice, and it's like, believe it or not, this is a voice that's been worked on quite a bit. It's just like this, you know? And that's why I say when people are like, oh, Ellie, good voice, or oh, Ellie, bad voice, it's like, my voice is fine. It's absolutely fine. It's very middle of the road. I've worked on it quite a lot. It wasn't even really a choice. It was like my mom trained us all. And we were, yeah, it's average. And I did chorus for my whole life, like a choir thing, and you know, I sang with my sisters in a band at churches, and I've talked about that. Your voice is wiggly at good times. I don't know what to do with that, but I'll take it. That sounds good. But yeah, no, the point is just, yeah, like, this is, believe it or not, as good as this voice gets, you know? Yeah. This is with so much training. Okay. Just one more tear to cry, one teardrop from my eye. You better save it for the middle of the night, when things aren't black and white. Enter troubadour, remember 24. And how does this part go? I cannot find it. Okay. When I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. Okay, cool. And when I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. Another version of me, I was in it. I wave goodbye to the end of beginning. The song is started now, and you're just finding out. major sacrifice, but clueless at the time. Enter Caroline, just trust me, you'll be fine. And when I still can't find it. And when I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. Another version of me, I was in it. I wave goodbye to the end of beginning. Goodbye, goodbye. You take the man out of the city, not the city out the man. Take the man out of the city, not the city out the man. Yeah, I don't know how to do this part with just... You take the man out of the... When I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. Another version of me, I was in it. I wave goodbye to the end of beginning. Just trust me, you'll be fine. Yeah, pretty bad. That was a mess. You know what though? We take our L's. We take our W's, we take our L's, and that's all we can do in the end. In the end, what can we do but take our W's and L's? Oh, Glory! I can play Glory. Oh, I should remind people that next weekend, is it next weekend? When is the Glory release party? Ah, yes, next weekend. So not this coming weekend, but the weekend after, on the 21st, I will be putting out Glory, a song that no one asked me for, a weird, sad, intense, and intensely personal song. A Wish by Gregory and the Hawk? Oh my god, wait, I haven't thought about this song in so long. Wish to feel smaller under your sheets, and I wish for the whole truth every time you speak. Think about how you care half as much for me as I watch you arrive, smoke cigarettes and sleep. And I guess it doesn't matter what I say or what I seem. You stuck what I felt for you in the pocket of your jeans, ignoring me the morning. Oh, this is not the song, by the way. This is not the song that I wrote. This is just someone else's request that I did instead because I'm so stupid. Ignoring me the morning after isn't enough, and I swear I'm gonna cry. I'm sick of trying to be tough. What is that? Blood won't stick to the confines of my veins, and your heart is gonna tear. What is that? Mine away. Yeah! Would I sing something in Chinese? Oh my god, I haven't even thought about this in so long. I wonder if I can even find it. Somewhere I have the Mandarin version of Same Moon. I wrote one of my songs. Well, I didn't write it in Chinese. I rewrote it in Chinese. And my pronunciation is embarrassingly bad. My accent is bad. My pronunciation is bad. You know, whatever. Put me under a truck, man. Let me see, where even is it? Where even would it be? Same Moon, Chinese, maybe? Ah, yeah. Yeah, so this is an original, okay. Okay, I think I remember well enough how the song goes to even try. Oh god, I'm like forgetting the chords as I'm doing this. 远方的窗都是 Ah, God, I don't even remember how I fit all of these syllables into a line. 闪烁着明媚微光，庞大的黑暗之中是点起希望。Ah, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. This is a humiliation ritual. Does anyone actually like this? 某处有人还没睡。那这样的 No, how did I fit that? 那这样的夜也挺好，因为你我正仰望同一缕云月光。What is that? 因为你我正仰望同一缕云月光。监狱浩瀚无比高容的要你 How did I fit that? Bro, oh, this is embarrassing. Ooh, okay. 就怕戏 What is that? 戏太重装不进 How did I fit this? 心里 Whatever, man. We ball. 不如把心释放一旁，赶满天耀眼光芒，因为天涯莫就有人张开双手，素未磨灭，吹动你的忧愁。I'm so sorry, I haven't even sung this song in English in forever. I haven't sung this song in English in so long. What's the name of the song? Save Moon. I had originally planned to like release it in several languages, and so I rewrote it in the only other language I can speak. And it's pretty bad. But yeah, I had the idea that I would every year on the anniversary of Same Moon's release, I would release it in a different language, and then any code bugs that knew that language or wanted to could send me a recording of themselves singing along with me, and I would edit us all together into a big choir. So each year we would get a new Same Moon of us singing in different languages. And I've learned a lot of French since, so, you know. 因为你我正仰望同一轮月光，所以你往大概很快就会变明。I haven't sung this in so long. I'm so sorry. I feel like you can't even understand what I'm saying. Okay, does anyone... Yeah, progress toward getting my government-mandated French boy. That is the system, as it exists, is if I learn enough French, then they have to give me a French boy. For free. But yeah, does anyone who speaks any Chinese want to tell me if they've understood a single word of this? Because I feel like... it's understandable. High praise. Probably a lie, but also high praise. You're native and you barely understand. Yeah, LOL. You speak Chinese and you know what I'm saying, you think. You know what? We'll take that. We'll take that! Does that apply to French girls also? No. No, unfortunately, there's no government program to get a free French girl, and I'm really sorry. Lots of native speakers have been saying yes. May, my darling, I have not seen one. So... yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it helps to already know the lyrics. Yeah, probably. Why no? I don't know. Get good. Get good. Fall in love with a French boy. Skill issue. but yeah, by the power of yeah, learning enough French, then you'll get a free French boy. So they did write the lyrics in French, but I feel like I don't even know what to do with those at this point. I don't even know how to find those. This is gonna be even worse. This is gonna be worse because also, how do I say this? Different cultures have different expectations of like how you should treat people who are learning your language, right? Different cultures have different expectations of that. And broadly speaking, if you're learning Chinese, people are way nicer to you than if you're learning French. If you're learning French, they're not rude. I want to clarify this. People have this idea that French people are rude. In my experience, they're quite nice. It's just that they really like to correct you. They really love to correct you. So if you're, okay, for instance, my Spanish is terrible, right? I grew up in a house where a lot of Spanish was spoken, but I didn't really pick it up very well. And so you were never good at French. I'm also not good at French. But yeah, yeah, broadly speaking, my understanding is that if you speak any Spanish at all, everyone who speaks Spanish will be like, very good job, very good job. They're all really nice about it, you know, even if you speak really bad Spanish. Chinese, I think, is somewhere in between, right? Like, people are pretty nice about it, right? People are pretty nice about it. People are pretty understanding. They're like, oh, that's an interesting accent. And you're like, thank you, thank you. French is not like that. They'll be like, ooh, that was hard to understand because you have a lot to work on. And you're like, wow, I appreciate the honesty. They'll like stop you in the middle of a sentence if you get something wrong to be like, which I enjoy. I think the culture is fun. But yeah, the French have a different attitude towards that, right? They just love to correct. They're not rude. I have not, at least not that I've found. It's not like I've met every French person. I've met every French person, and I'm here to say they're not rude. I have not found them rude. I feel like that stereotype is a little unfair. I have not found them to be rude. I've just found them to be quite direct, which is weird because I feel like we have the stereotype that like German people are really direct and like anyone from Scandinavia is really direct, and like, I don't know, if you're from the Netherlands, you're supposed to be really direct, right? But we don't have the stereotype that French people are really direct, but they're so direct. They're so direct. Oh my God. They're like autistic. It's kind of good. It's kind of helpful for me personally when interacting with them. They're like so direct. They're passive aggressive. I have not found that. I have just found them to be like incredibly direct. Like an amount of direct that would get you fired in America. Dutch people are so direct. Okay, they are pretty direct. But I feel like honestly, like only about as much as the French. And like I know. I know. Was Napoleon autistic? These are the important questions we need to ask. These are the important questions we're getting to the bottom of. Guys, I need you to know that today I was like, oh, I was thinking because, okay, so I had an interview this morning, and one of the questions was like, what do you think about like vibe coding as part of the future of coding? And like, I have pretty complicated feelings about this. I think everyone does, right? I think that at this point, listen, you can say like, oh, I just don't use it. I never ever would. But the fact is, at this point, most people do. Most people are, right? And you kind of also have to. How do I get my eyes to be straight? I think that's better. Okay, there we go. My eyes are like all the way that way. So that's some limitation, I guess. How do I do this in a way where I can... Okay, there we go. I think that's better. I think we fixed it. We fixed her. I have strong feelings about this. If you work in this space, you are gonna have to use some AI tooling. You just are. If only because they're gonna make you do it. Like it's gonna be mandated by your bosses, even if it slows you down, even if it doesn't help you, right? And so I think it's really interesting as a question, right? Managers love AI, right? Because they don't understand what it costs you long term. And I think well beyond the costs long term for any given company, what AI means to me is kind of the fall of something about this space that I've always loved, right? The reason why AI is really good at programming is not just because programming is something pretty logical and formulaic. It's also because it's extremely well documented, right? The reason why AI is so good at coding is that we trained it to be. There is so much information on the internet about exactly how to code. And I feel like, to some extent, there is less of an ethical issue for me with using AI coding than there is, for example, with using AI art, because I have always felt like everyone's code is for everybody, right? As an open source girly, I have always felt like it's perfectly fine to copy paste. I'm gonna fix my eyes again because they're bothering me. There we go. Okay, that's much better. The problem is that I don't have a proper mount, so there are some issues there. That's so much better. Oh my gosh, I'm actually looking at you guys now. I'm so sorry. So yeah, I feel like taking someone's art is really bad, but taking someone's code is cool and fine. Someone taking my code is cool and fine. Open source usually demands attribution. I mean, it depends on the license, but the MIT license does not, right? Doesn't demand anything. It is simply yours. You know? So like that, obviously you have to keep it open source, I think, but I don't even know if you actually do as part of the MIT license. Does anyone know? But yeah, no, you don't even need to attribute. So for me personally, I don't really care if people, you have to attribute for MIT? I don't remember. Anyway, the point is, I haven't read through open source licensing in a while. I like to attribute. However, I don't really care. Oh, keep it. Yes, yeah. I don't think you have to attribute it. So, I don't really care. Personally. As much. Nearly as much, right? I feel like if someone used my music, copied my music, that would bother me a lot more than someone copying my code. I'd like to interject for a moment. Well, that's such a weird thing to say. Just say what you have to say and I'll read it. But you can't just, I'd like to interject for a moment, and then nothing. So my thing about it is that I don't think it's like an enormous moral problem, for me personally. I don't really care if someone chops up my code into little pieces and uses it somewhere else. In the way that, oh, it's a Linux joke. Oh my god, I failed the test. I failed the test. I'm a fake gamer girl. Let the record show. I just don't really care that much, right? There is, I think, stealing someone's art, stealing someone's, like, and then I think there is stealing someone's code, which I think is very cool and fine, right? I think it's fine to steal my code. So anyway, that's my sort of rambling take on the ethics of vibe coding. I think it's bad for an individual company if too much of your code base is vibe coded. I think in pretty obvious ways, but I also think in some less obvious ways, right? Like maybe you're pushing slop, maybe you're pushing really well-tested code, but you also don't know what it does, right? And that's no good, because it's similar to having high turnover, right? If you just push some vibe-coded stuff, then you don't know what it does. Definitely a security issue. Yes and no. There are places where it's more of a security issue. There are places where it couldn't really possibly be a security issue. So it depends. But my issue with it is that it's very similar to having high turnover at your company, right? You're just gonna have a bunch of stuff, you don't know what it does. Not even tech debt, although there is significant tech debt involved, but it's just similar to having like, oh, some guy wrote that and then he left, is the same as like, oh, an agent wrote that, right? So anyway, obviously the penalties for having it at a company are obvious. But I feel like the penalties for having it for our industry are really terrible. Like, if you look at how many contributions there are to all of our incredible platforms where people ask questions and offer answers. No, vibe coding causes a lot of tech debt. I literally said it also causes a lot of tech debt, but my biggest issue with it, because I assume that most people doing it, most people pushing it, there is code review involved. I assume that it is mostly decent enough code to get merged if you work at a place with any kind of standards. However, you don't know how it works, and that is the big problem with it, right? So anyway, my issue is for the industry overall, right? The industry overall suffers a great deal because Stack Overflow is why agentic AIs are so good at coding, right? It's because they have access to just so much information, so much advice from us. And this works for now. But as soon as new technologies come out, there's not going to be a Stack Overflow to train the new generation of agents. And I think that that's really sad because we are going to have lost the ability to help ourselves. A similar thing happened, and this is like the kind of thought that's not for anyone. Like, no one cares about this. No one cares about this. People in the chat are already like, Ellie, move on, sing more songs. But I was thinking about how it's sort of similar to breast milk. Bear with me. After the introduction of formula, which was a really important technology, right? Formula was a really helpful technology, right? It is obviously, we know now, healthier for most babies most of the time to be on breast milk than on formula. With that said, though, what if you get mastitis, right? What if you get some kind of infection? What if your baby simply won't latch, right? What if your baby has some kind of problem with their mouth and it really hurts them to suck, and so they're not getting enough food, right? There are a lot of reasons why formula is a really, really good thing to have, right? Really helpful to the human race. But when it first came out, it was pushed on everyone. It was pushed on everyone so much so that we lost a lot of the generational wisdom that we had. The same way that programmers are this culture that teaches each other, that answers each other's questions, that asks questions when they know them, there was all of this incredible wisdom passed down from mothers to daughters about how to nurse, how to get a baby to latch, what to do if the baby's not latching, what to do for sore nipples, right? There was all of this tribal knowledge that was carried from generation to generation. And when it was lost, even just for one generation, it only took one. That was Duolingo telling me to practice my French so I can get a hot French boy from the government. Anyway, even just one generation of that being disrupted. We can write, though? They could also write. Do you think that women couldn't write in the 60s and 70s? Do you think that women didn't write in the 60s and 70s? I promise you they did. But I think that it's very similar, right? I think that it's very similar. Your mom is a lactation consultant. She complains about this a lot. So she knows exactly what I'm talking about, right? Women were invented in the 2000s to make punk music is so valid. It's so valid. So yeah, I that's my concern about AI encoding, is that suddenly, instead of people asking on Stack Overflow, instead of people learning how to look on Stack Overflow, instead of people asking on Reddit, instead of people, finding the project that they're on and opening issues on that project, they're all going to AI. And AI has all of the answers this generation. But when we run out, you were not aware of the profession of lactation consultant until now. Yeah, there's a surprising amount of complexity that goes into feeding a baby with your body. It's surprisingly complex. And there were all of these networks of people who would share breast milk, who would sell breast milk, who would donate breast milk, so that if you had some health issue where you couldn't give milk, your baby wouldn't starve. But then once formula was available, we lost all of that wisdom and all of that infrastructure. And that's how I feel. What about LLMs being continually trained on LLM-generated code? Will it continually get worse? Probably. Wet nurses. Wet nurses, yes, but that was like a profession, and it was still mostly gone by the time there was formula available. Not entirely gone, but mostly gone, right? So yeah, that's kind of this thing where, like, right now we have this cultural wisdom and this cultural expectation, and it can be wiped out by a motivated company in just one generation, and then we forget how to build it, we forget how to do it, and these things become more powerful with greater adoption, and we cannot let companies take them away from us, right? The networks that we have, the wisdom that we pass down, we cannot let companies take them away from us, because then we become dependent on them. And that is the same reason why it is important for people to have their cultural knowledge of how to breastfeed, even if they choose not to, and for why it's important for us to keep our tribal knowledge as coders alive, even when we are pushed more and more by companies and by the companies we work for to use LLMs. Anyway, that was needlessly long, and I'm sure not very interesting. I must say so idle. Anyway. Instructions unclear, begin breast coding. Oh my god, that's horrible. That's the most awful thing anyone's ever said in my chat. Banned on principle. How did we get from vibe coding to baby formula? I don't know, man. I was on a lot of stimulants this morning. My meds were kicking in. I drank a lot of coffee. There was just a lot happening in my body, and I was just like, I'm so locked in right now on this thought. It's like, yeah, so I'm not gonna get that job because I think I talked for like 10 minutes about breast milk. It's fine though, it's fine. I have a job, it's a good job. Honestly, this job pays more than that job would have. I just want better hours so that I can stream more, dude. You love that you can listen to music and get educated in the same stream. I am glad. I talked about breast milk in the interview. Unfortunately, yes. Listen, man, I don't know. It's one less technical to do, okay? Okay, it's one less technical interview to worry about. If otherwise I would have had to prep my Rust, and I haven't written Rust in like 2 years. So, you know what? I saved myself a lot of work by talking about breast milk in that interview. Yeah, I gave that answer to them. That's not a joke. Yeah, that's not a joke. Rare instance of a conversation about breast milk and software development does not involve Blizzard Entertainment! Well, now it does. Rust is a fun language? Yeah, I liked it. I just haven't done it in a while, and I didn't want to have to study up. You walked in on wrong stream? What's going on? Oh, no, you didn't walk in on the wrong stream. You walked in on the right stream. This is, I want to say, really very say-so, all things considered. Like, I want to put it out there. I know that the whole point is like, oh, the info dumped about breast milk in a coding interview. But the point is, I was right about that, actually. I was so right about that. So, yeah. Wisdom has value. Don't let companies tell you it doesn't. I'm talking about it in an educational manner. Yeah. That's usually my rule. Is like the thing is, I really have no interest in ever being not say so on stream. But I also think that if you draw really strict lines about things, it's quite limiting. And so, while I'm always gonna be I'm never gonna say anything on stream that I wouldn't be comfortable saying to, like, saying, well, that's not true. There will be times when I will specify, like, hey, this is important for me to share, but it's not appropriate for kids, so if you're watching, cover your ears. I'll put on, I'll do, like, this toggle or something. Let me see, what toggle would I do for that? No. Yeah, I'll be like, I'm gonna be emo Ellie until I'm done saying something that is only safe for adults, and then when I switch back to normal Ellie, then you can listen again, right? And I'll sometimes do that. Yeah, and I guess it would be about 16 plus for things like that. It's rarely something, you know, that gruesome. But yeah, for the most part, what I say is something that I would be totally comfortable saying to kids. Right? And like, I don't think that there's anything inherently inappropriate about breast milk. Like, they know about that. Oh my god, wait, guys, I told you, right? Oh my god, wait. This is one of my favorite stories. Okay, so my sister and her husband, the way that they raise their kids is that she only speaks to the kids in English and he only speaks to the kids in Spanish so that they get both and learn both, right? This is the way that a lot of parents do it. They have rules about like one parent only speaks one language to the kids, the other parent only speaks the other language to the kids. Now, you have to understand one of the like only 2 VTubers you watch that you might actually be okay. So my sister, right, she was still breastfeeding her daughter, and so that was milk, right? She'd be like, oh, I have to give I can't say the name of her, but I have to give my niece, right, her daughter, milk, right? And she would say that to my nephew, and he would be like, oh, okay, that's what milk is, right? And then in the morning when he was getting ready for school, when his dad was giving him breakfast, he would give him leche, right? Because his dad only speaks Spanish. So he came to understand that there were two substances, right? Two completely different, separate substances. There was milk, which came out of my sister, and there was leche, which is the stuff in the fridge that you drink. You have a glass of it at breakfast, right? And so he went to school, and his friend had, you know, his parents had packed leche for him, right? And my nephew was like, oh, you're so lucky, like, why don't I get that? And he was like, milk? Like, your parents didn't pack you milk? And he was like, that's milk? Like, he was like so disgusted and horrified. He was like, you freak? Like, what? There are several good situations that come out of that system for raising kids bilingually. When my niece was probably like, I don't know, older than that, but not that much older than that, she was like, todos los tomates se llaman tomato. Like, are all tomatoes named tomato? Oh, so cute. Yeah, and now they make fun of me because my Spanish is so bad. Because my Spanish is the worst. Famously, this is my favorite nephew quote. My niece was like trying to ask me for something in Spanish when she was too little to like understand that I couldn't really speak it very well. No, your tomato is named Jeff. Oh, our headpad's broken. Oh, yeah, I don't have the triggers up. I have to get the triggers up. I'm so sorry. I don't have them up on the new computer yet. And my nephew was like saying to her, because she was like getting increasingly frustrated asking me for things in Spanish, and my nephew was like, don't even bother. Ellie only knows 2 words in Spanish and they're both wrong. That's not true. I know at least 3 and only one of them's wrong. My nephew is savage. Yeah, he is a little bit. When he was like a baby, he was like playing, you know how babies will just kind of like take your hands and arms and they'll just like move them around, you know how they'll just do that? He took my arms and he was like clacking them together to make me clap, and he was like, chopsticks. Truly savage. So yeah, I love him. I love her. I love my niece and nephew. They're so small and they're so good. They are so perfect. But yeah, they routinely destroy me. Oh, I don't know. I think this is probably okay for kids because a kid said it. But I was talking to my sister. I was talking to my sister like quietly in the kitchen, and we were discussing like, oh God, and isn't it just the way that whenever you have a party to go to, you always, you know, have to deal with your period, right? And this is horrible, but my niece like walked into the kitchen And she was like, oh, I draw like something like I had the biggest periods in my class, and we were like, what? Like what? What? And it turned out she was talking about like drawing the punctuation mark because she like draws them really big or something. And we were like, you know, we were like, here, wait, we were like, and she was like, why is everyone laughing at me? And we had no idea what to say. Not one of us, right? It was like me and my sister and my mom and my sister's husband in the kitchen just like stupid adults. Yeah, stupid adults. Wow, wait. Oh my gosh. I missed something important. I missed something very important. The Coolio PB, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Hello. Hello. The things your kids say are not safe for the kids. Yeah, I think that's safe for the kids because the kids listening will just be like, yeah, so she draws her periods really big. Like, why is that an issue? God, human anatomy is fascinating and a little horrible, isn't it? Like, I feel like a little bit, like, we're so beautiful, right? You watch a human move, you watch a human run, and you're like, oh my God, what a beautiful animal, what grace. And then you think about the fact that we're just kind of like weird, stretched out backwards dogs, like someone just bent us the wrong way. That's messed up. I have a song kind of about that. I should play Wolves and Rabbits. I think someone requested it earlier this stream anyway, and I ignored it. Let me see what I got. Let me see, because I don't think I even remember how to play this. I am too trusting. The water runs in and out of us, it's disgusting. Intimate and ominous, I get sucked in. To be part of something breathing, sew me into your skin. I wanna feel what you are feeling, watching people talk. I don't take off my jacket, I know what you want. We are wolves and rabbits, I know what you want. I don't think I have it. She plays almost exactly the same notes for every song. It's not exactly you, but here, let me show you. So, broadly, I use about 3 different picking patterns when I'm playing, 3 different roles that I switch between as I play. That's thumb in out roll. This. Forward backward roll with a few different variations. And then I forget what that one's called, but that one. And broadly, I switch between those 3 as I play. Also, you know, because I'm usually playing songs for the first time when I play them on stream, or I'm playing songs that I'm not used to playing on this instrument because I'm truly a pianist, you know, I'm usually improvising quite a bit, and so I'm not really going crazy because I'm singing at the same time. So, when I play, usually, I move things into one of 2 keys, right? So, this is capo on 2, but, you know, if you take the capo off, I'm either playing in C or I'm playing in G. And so, when you hear the chords in one of those 3 patterns, it could sound pretty similar, right? And we've talked about this a lot as well. When we say, oh, all popular songs are the same 3 chords, that's stupid. That's dumb. They're not, actually. But what's more correct to say is that because of how scales work, because of how music theory works, you can kind of massage and fit most notes in a song into, depending on the key, right? Into one of 4 chords, right? So when you're playing, even if it isn't the actual progression of the song, even if it's a much more complex song, you can just kind of massage it into those 4 chords. And so when people say, oh, all of these are the same 4 chords, all songs are the same 4 chords, yeah, you were lied to by Axis of Awesome. They actually, I find what they did very manipulative. I really dislike that song, because a lot of those songs are not only not those 4 chords, they're explicitly, like really explicitly not those 4 chords, and the melody barely fits against those 4 chords when they play them with those 4 chords. However, just because of how this works, right? Because of how this works, if you look at the notes in a key, they are going to be contained within one of those 4 chords. So, I mean, if you include the 7th in G7, right? If you're in the key of C, right? Which I'm assuming we are for this example. So, they are doing some movie magic to make it look like songs are more derivative than they are, and then they're making a song about, like, look, everybody's doing the same thing, but they're not remotely. So I find it pretty manipulative, actually, that song. I think it's kind of crazy that they got away with that. I feel like more people should be on their tail for that, but it doesn't really matter. It's whatever. So, the reason why the things I play sound the same is that I'm approximating things. I'm guessing, right? I'm sort of playing by ear on an instrument I don't play very well. So, I kind of just figure out which of those chords, and not only those chords, but yeah, which broadly of those chords I am going to play for a given song, for a given note, and then I play it behind that note. And this works pretty well. Dancing Queen time? Yeah, we can try. For example, by ear, you can dance, you can something, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl, watch that thing, digging the Dancing Queen. Da 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 da. Right? I'm not looking up. Oh, jive! It's jive. See, I don't know the chords of that song. I'm not even sure about all the notes. But I have a broad understanding of the melody, and I can sort of massage it against those chords, and they mostly fit. So, when the person asks, like, why does everything sound the same? The answer is because I'm playing everything in one of 2 of the same keys, because I am playing on an instrument that people don't hear very much, so it sounds kind of specific and strange and odd when you hear it. I'm playing broadly with the same 3 banjo rolls, and can you do a 3, 4? Yeah. Like, Same Moon is in 3, right? Da 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 da. So yeah, when I did Same Moon, that was 3. Yeah. So you've already heard that this very stream. Yes, they used an approximation. First of all, they put everything in the same key, which it wasn't originally, and then they approximated it to make it fit into the same 4 chords, and then they were like, see, everything is in the same 4 chords. Yeah, Glory's also, yeah. This is standard tuning. Open G. Well, I mean, it's capoed up too, so open A. But open G, yeah. Woke to the flat black expanse of the window, all sober and starless, the sky over limbo, sweating my stress into yesterday's shirt, too late to dream and too early for work. Clock says it's 3, but the clock runs slow, early to rise, nowhere to go, nothing to do, at least nothing is free. Let the water keep rising, Lord, let it take me. So yeah, the answer is you can absolutely do any rhythm you want with broadly those. Yeah, no, I know that they didn't intend it to be instructive, but it was, right? A lot of people came away from that song with the message that, oh, pop music is really derivative. People are kind of just playing the same 4 chords over and over again. About Elton John! About Elton John, a man who never did. And also, they only play small sections of each song, right? They take sections of each song that can be fit against those chords. Most of those songs couldn't be, right? What about intense jazz on banjo? I mean, yeah, Dixieland jazz is often played on a tenor banjo, on a Dixieland banjo. Which I don't have. This is a 5-string banjo. And I'm sure a better musician than I am could play jazz on one of these as well. But yeah. There's also Bo Burnham's take on pop music, which has evolved a lot. Bo Burnham is, it's fun because we got to see him grow up. And his opinions on pop music have changed a lot as he's grown up, and matured, right? So anyway, my opinion of these things tends to be, it doesn't really matter, right? If you're doing improv stuff, yeah, your stuff's gonna be a little bit, it's gonna be based on what you can infer by ear while you're singing. And, personally, you know, this is what I can infer by ear while, you know, for the first time while singing. You might be too generous, but you think it at least exposed people to the concept of chord progressions? Yeah, I think that's not bad. And I think that there were some people who were even encouraged to try, right? Some people who hadn't played before, who were like, oh, maybe I could play anything, right? We all jammed out to Ellie's California Girls. Kill me. Oh my gosh! Oh. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Harley. But yeah, yeah, that's why it broadly sounds the same. Because it's in one of the same two keys on usually one of the same 3 banjo rolls, and on the same kind of strange instrument, and yeah. So yeah. You're probably gonna find, have I been listening to Bao's new music? Of course I have, all of it, of course. Do I ever play classical music? On banjo? Not so much. There are people who do. Classical banjo was a whole discipline. In the Victorian era, banjos made their way to England and they were considered a lady's instrument, a lady's parlor instrument, an instrument of passion. And many women did learn classical music on them, but I haven't. So, yeah. So yeah, anyway, if you're wondering why things broadly sound the same, it's because I do a lot of simplification because I'm mostly playing by ear. And yeah, for the other reasons that we mentioned. So, also, hi, honey. Hi, honey. Passion. Yeah, banjo has such cool lore. Oh my gosh, banjo is one of the coolest, most storied instruments. So, it's descended from West African, like Senegambia, harp-like instruments, like the Kamale Ngoni. And then when people were taken across the Atlantic against their will, they made makeshift versions of these instruments, like, for example, the akonting. And they developed new ways of playing them, and, you know, they were made out of what people had access to. And so they were quite different, usually fretless, usually I think 3-stringed. I think the akonting had 3 strings traditionally. And that's where frailing banjo comes from, right? This style that's like, right? That like very, very distinctive bum diddy pattern, that's from there. And then Banjar, and then in the minstrelsy, unfortunately, a time in American history, when people, anyway, when white entertainment in America was largely based on parodying, and exploiting Black culture, the minstrelsy, a very weird time in American history. Part of minstrel shows became banjar or banjo performances. Now, we're all adults here. It's actually not necessarily true. My fear is not that I will tell someone about this who didn't know it. My fear is, like, you know, what if this is your history, but you don't want to think about it right now? You just want to watch a VTuber, and you don't want some VTuber to try and explain your history to you badly, right? I don't know. So I do worry about that, but at the same time, yeah, it was bad, what happened back there. But then, part of the result of this was that banjos were made with European luthiering techniques, including frets and European-style, lute-style tuners. And there was sort of a weird hybrid instrument that came to exist. And that instrument was, yeah, it is Black History Month, so maybe it is a good time to talk about the history of the banjo, which is, you know, it is a Black history, this instrument. And then it got adopted all over the world, that like really cool sound of the skin head, right? On it, this, right? That drum gives it this really plunky bell sound that just didn't exist anywhere else in the lute world. And so once it had, you know, once it had been lutified, with the exception of its fifth string, right? That fifth string comes in halfway down the neck, which is really distinctive because you don't find that on any other lute instrument, and it sort of betrays the history of this instrument as a harp, you know, a partially, you know, fretless, fretted harp, but still a harp. Anyway, yeah, banjos are really interesting because people think of bluegrass as a really white genre, and there is a way that it is, but also that it totally isn't, right? That, this music is really, okay, question, is your coding background noise educational, wait, is your coding background noise educational, question, is your coding background noise educational videos, oh, is your coding background noise educational videos, okay, it took me forever to parse that, that's on me, that was fair, bluegrass would probably be derived from the blues, honestly. Kind of. So blues influenced bluegrass an enormous amount, but also a lot of things influenced bluegrass. Bluegrass is also really influenced by Irish music, and you can hear Irish rhythms in it. Yeah, so anyway, old-time music, which is based around clawhammer banjo. Yes, which is totally different from bluegrass. So bluegrass usually relies on three-finger picking. So when I demonstrated my my picking patterns, my banjo rolls before, I'm using 3 fingers, which you would see if my model was up a little bit more. so thumb, pointer, middle, right? You're using those 3 fingers. Now, there's also 2-finger picking style, which is thumb and pointer. And you do it sort of like you're holding a credit card in your hand, and you... Right? Right? And that's that clawhammer sound. And that is much older. That's what old-time music is largely based around, although a lot of old-time music is also based around, again, Irish fiddle tunes. So you get this, like, beautiful, beautiful melding of cultures. And, yeah. I guess that's kind of a fun thing for Black History Month, is banjos are an African instrument. Well, they are an African American instrument specifically, right? So the Kamali Ngoni is an African instrument, is a West African Senegambian instrument. The Akanting is an African American instrument, you know? That's part of this culture here. Yeah, it's impossible to discuss the birth of modern music without, in any depth without acknowledging the circumstances that birthed them. Yeah. You know, if you want to think about jazz, if you want to think about bluegrass, if you want to think about rock and roll, if you want to think about American country music, you know, then you're gonna have to talk about, you know, the history of it. And I think that that's cool and beautiful and important and not awkward. But I do worry about getting something wrong when I'm talking about something so important, you know? Like, I talk all the time, and I've talked about this. I'm by no means a science communicator, right? I'm talking about things that I remember from conversations, about things that I remember from textbooks that might be outdated now. I'm talking about things that I remember from reading the abstract of an article and mostly remembering it, you know? And so, if I'm wrong about something, I fully expect to be wrong about at least one thing I say any given stream. So, you know, do your own research, right? Google things if you're not sure about something a VTuber said, right? Never just take my word if you have any reason to doubt it. But at the same time, there's a way that, like, oh, well, if I'm wrong about something, I don't know, about animal anatomy, then someone will correct me and there's no harm, no foul. But I worry about being wrong about something really important about someone else's history, right? So there is a way that I do worry sometimes about talking about that kind of thing unless I've done research first. And I haven't right now. So yeah, this is what I think is the history of the banjo. If I'm wrong, anyone feel free to tell me. But yeah, I should probably go to sleep, because I think it's time for me to sleep, because I have to be up really early tomorrow. But I will see you guys later this week. Yeah, I'll see you on Thursday for the collab with Cha Cha and Fifi, and I think other people as well, but I don't know who. Come hang out to find out. Also, there's this other VTuber who I said that I would hate raid, but they're not going to be streaming until the middle of the day on Thursday, and I can't get there in time. So if you guys want, I'll post about this in my Discord as well. But we're not actually hate raiding them, to be clear. They're awesome. But they were like, I want to start beef. I want to start drama on Twitter. And I was like, I can do that for you. I'll hate raid you. But yeah, we're not going to have a great opportunity to do that. Mr. Sev, thank you so much for 5 gifted. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so, you know, give them an appropriate amount of hate. Please don't get banned. Please don't get me banned. But, you know, this is all in fun. Have fun. Be goofy. Let me find where they said when they would be. When did they say it? Where did they say it? Why is it so hard to find things? I'm never gonna find it. Anyway, they said when they were going to be live. I'll post about it in the Discord. If you want to pop in and tell them, you know, give them my absolute worst, then I think you should. I think that would be fun and silly. I've followed them for a long time. They're also a robot with white hair. So, you know, if you want to say that they stole my design, that they're basically just Ellie Minibot, but with only one antenna, with half the sprongles, just Ellie with fewer sprongles. Yeah, you can do that as well. Anyway, how much is too much? You can be so sassy. Yeah, you know, if you want to tell them that they're under sprongled, you go right ahead and do that. Ellie Demi Sprongles. What is their name? I don't remember. But they made their model and it's really cool. I can't remember their name. This is so embarrassing. So yeah, I'll post about it. Wait, is it OIRO? Is this it? I will give you whatever you want forever. Yes, that's it. Oh my god, this is them. Yes. Oh my god. Thank you. So they are gonna be live. Where is it? Come on now. They post too much on Twitter. Tell them to go outside too while you're there. While you're there giving them my worst, tell them to go outside. There we go. Yeah, we could have some beef. Next stream, I want to hate raid you. Thursday, 2 p.m. CET. 2 p.m. CET. What is CET? 2 p.m. CET 2 EST. Oh my god, that's terrible. Well, if anyone's gonna be around 2 p.m. CST and or 8 a.m. EST, feel free to drop by and give them my worst. Anyway, have to keep streaming until then. Yeah, I'll just take you guys to work with me. I'll just stream at work. That'll go great. So, yeah, we'll also tell them what a bad time to stream. Also, be nice to them. Give them compliments too. Like, listen, you gotta make a sandwich out of it, right? You gotta give them my worst, but also give them my okayest, okay? Otherwise, I don't want them to have a bad time. I don't want to genuinely give a bad impression. So yeah, take your stream to work day. Take your chat to work day. What's the name again? Lyro. Lyro? Neg them! The cringe. Anyway, yeah, beef sandwich. Yeah, so, I will be there in their chat, but I won't be able to stream, obviously, because I have to get ready for work. So, I can't actually hate raid them, but give a shout out, maybe. Yeah, wait, we can do that. Hey, May, my love, can you give them a shout out? So, I wanted to say that we should definitely do that Thursday. I'll post about it in the Discord again. I'll do a little reminder there. And then I'll be on later on Thursday for my collab. And then I won't be streaming this weekend, but next week I'll try and do 3 streams, and we'll try and get back to 3 streams a week. And remember that next week, on the weekend, I will be releasing Glory. So yeah. Let's figure out who we're raiding. I want to do longer streams again, too. I need to find a job with better hours. But that was always the plan. First, you know, we do this, then we find a better version of this. We just have to get through the hard part first. Uwo's still alive? That's exciting. Ava's live. Shumi's sister. Shumi's like real life sister. Ellie Ann is live. She's the other Ellie, and I always feel like I should raid her so that we can be friends. I never know what to do. This is why it's really good to stream with my friends, because then at the end of stream, they tell me what to do. Claire Pix is amazing. Usually I raid her after Lullaby streams, because she does like really chill stuff. She like plays music and has cats around her. There's just too many options, man. Uwo's live! I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with myself. Mega's live. What do I do? Genuinely, guys, what do I do? Shrimps247 is live. I love looking at the shrimps. That's not even a... I can't... That's not even... I have no... Guys, okay. Rainy... Hear me out. Rainy Renton. Rainy Renton. I am such a big fan. Do you guys know her? We are about to know her, and you're gonna be like, dang, Ellie. Dang, Ellie, you came through this time. I think this is correct. Rainy Renton. Okay, let's see. Let's go. I will see you there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Always for hanging out with me. Truly, for giving me the best day of my life. Every time I come on stream, it feels like such a relief after work to have a place to be myself with all of you, and to sing with all of you. And well, I miss my friends. I really missed hanging out with you guys one-on-one, and it's been really fun to have a few weeks of solo time just with you guys. So I'm sorry for my stupid rants. I'm sorry for spreading misinformation on the internet. And I hope you all sleep well. And I'll see you on Thursday. Okay, I'll see you in her chat.